What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Blackout Entertainment. I'm Nico.
And it's Trey.
And it's
How y'all doing?
Let's get right into it. We're here with another race video. We all know y'all love that shit.
Like and subscribe, comment, push this video to all your
Send
friends.
it to your mama, your dad, your grandma, everybody.
Make it go viral.
Have you always had a preference?
No.
What changed?
I dated a white person.
What happened?
He called me a colored person, not person of color, colored.
Preference when dating?
Not necessarily, but everybody else in my life says that I do.
What do they say your preference is?
Anything Asian.
Asian? It's exclusively Asian guys.
What? That's a bunch of Asians.
Asians are popping right now, I guess. Bro, that's what I think it is. Like anime is like pushing people to like Asians more.
That or like K-pop.
Yeah, no, like BTS and shit like that. Like,
okay, K-pop. Shout out to the Asians.
Yeah.
Hey, you got these girls in the chokehold, man.
Like every race of lady probably out there. Hispanic, Asian.
White guys, white girls, guys of color, women of color.
Everybody?
Yeah, everybody on
the
damn
spectrum.
Universe.
Yeah. So just everybody.
One person talking about
Oh,
meat, like
man.
goddamn.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah, you heard that?
yo, she's getting carnivorous.
I like white meat. I like dark meat.
She's like, I like white meat. I like dark meat. I like my shit seasoned and unseasoned.
God damn.
Flavors. It's like, why would you just want one flavor? It's a blessing and difference.
Have you heard of the term, if she's ain't foreign, she boring?
Yo, he's preaching.
I do not. As much as I would like to say that I don't, when I made my eHarmony account, I was definitely only trying to match with certain people. It was pretty an uncomfortable feeling.
Why was it uncomfortable?
Because I painted myself as a racist.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie.
What's eHarmony?
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like
eHarmony
is like a dating site for like old heads. It's like one of the original like Match.com is one of like the OG like dating services. But it's like old heads that do it. Like no one our age really uses it.
Oh, okay.
She basically she likes
like
on people that are unseasoned.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, white people.
Yeah, how does she look? I don't know.
But who knows? She actually might surprise us.
I feel like she has a crazy type that's gonna shock everyone.
She's gonna say she likes I think she's gonna say she's gonna like I don't know. I think she's gonna say she likes black guys because like she doesn't look
that's
like
what I'm thinking.
Because she doesn't look like she does, or like she doesn't like she like just seems like the most like plain vanilla, like boring like white girl. But like I feel like she might just like those glasses are like trying to fool you. Like,
I know. I feel like she's trying to like create an image and like deep down inside, like she's like low key a freak.
Yeah.
Like she's like there's like something hidden behind her that we can't see right now. But I have the same feeling too.
Is it racist to have a preference?
No.
Absolutely not. You can't be racist if you just want to be in your community.
A lot of people are attracted to people that look like them.
You like who you like. I don't think you should be forced to like someone just because it might seem racist or not.
Do you think it's racist to have racial preferences?
I'd say yes, there is a problem with having a racial preference.
I think if it's intentional and it's like, I won't date any Hispanic people. I feel like that's rooted in.
How do y'all think about?
I don't know where the idea came from that having a racial preference is racist. Like I feel like that's like the dumbest thing that like ever like an idea that ever existed. Like no, like we're attracted to different physical like characteristics. Like some people they're attracted to people with long hair, short hair, like tall people, short people. And it's the same thing with race, which is based on physical features. So no, like it's like you can't like just because you have a preference for like a different race, like doesn't make you a racist. Like it's stupid.
Yeah, I think it's like fine to have your like preferences because I think at the end of the day you like what you like and shit. But like as long as you're not like disrespecting or like anybody in the process, I think it's like fine. Because usually a lot of people like to date within their own culture because it's just like what they're used to and what they're like familiar with and shit. And sometimes people like stuff that's like very different from them and like where they came from and shit. And so like it really depends from person to person, but everyone just likes what they like. As long as you're not like disrespecting people or like calling a whole group of people like ugly or like just like shaming them and shit, I think that's like you can like what you like.
So let me ask you a question. If a person says, um, like, no, like I don't date like black guys, or I don't date I don't know, like white guys, is that racist? Because you're basically casting a like a net on on entire race without giving them a chance.
Like to be honest though, like I actually just think like just for anybody, it's kind of like shooting yourself in the foot by like ruling out like an entire group of people. Because even if you are like aren't like generally attracted to them, there's like very attractive and like hot people in like every like racial and ethnic group.
Oh yeah, no
So
doubt.
it's, so it's like I feel like for any person, they could find someone in each race they find attractive and would want to date. So I just wouldn't like completely rule it out. That's why it's called a preference because like, oh, I usually tend to prefer people from this group because I do like those type of like features and characteristics I'm attracted to. But like I would never like rule anyone out because like who knows, you could meet like your like future like partner and shit. That's like a race you usually don't go for, but like you'd be like cutting that off just because you don't date
Yeah.
from that group. So
Yeah, the idea that there's no attractive people within like a certain race is like nonsense. Like there's like good looking people in like every race. So yeah, I don't see the yeah, for me I don't see the point in like just cutting off like one race.
I agree with both of you guys. I think you guys brought up really good points. Um, yeah, I mean, having a preference isn't racist, but you're excluding a group that is, right? So, yeah, I think everyone's type is different, right? And what people are attracted to could be a preference, but there's beautiful people in every single race. So, it doesn't make sense to cut off whole group of people.
Nothing wrong with having a racial preference?
I think if it's a fetish,
Fetish, yeah.
then yeah, probably.
But I think that if you are looking at them in a wholly sexualized fashion, that veers.
Fetish. Is fetish like a real like I guess what is the definition of a fetish?
You're only like someone might have jungle fever, or you might only like Latinos. You know what I'm saying? Just because of kind of, it's not. You don't really like the person for who they are, just because of what they have, type shit, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you're basically fetishizing them, like the characteristics they have, the traits, and you're basically
it's like
treating them
objectifying them.
How do I say it? Yeah. So I think that's wrong too, and I've actually been accused of that before in the past. Even though I didn't intentionally mean it, he was like, "Oh, are you fetishizing me just because of my race?" And then I was like, "No," but like I kept saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of fucked up. It's like you're only attracted to a race because of stuff that they have. You know what I'm saying? So
it's like, oh, you like Brazilians because like, oh, they got big booties.
You know, let's say
But I feel
like shit like that.
For me, I feel like people misuse that word a lot though. Like if you're, let's say you're a certain race and you're like just really attracted to another race, I feel like people just automatically label that like a fetish. Like if a white woman is like really like attracted to like black dudes, like I feel like she's labeled as a woman who has a like fetish for black dudes. So like what's like I feel like I don't know like the differences between like woman who just has a supreme attraction for black dudes or a woman who just like has a fetish.
I think like the difference is objectifying and treating them as like objects and shit, and is instead of just like individuals. Like if you just happen to be like attracted to these characteristics, and you just more like often than not just like match up with like personality types that usually tied with like a particular race, then like I don't think that's not fetishizing. You just generally just have a connection, and you just more gravitate and connect to like people of a particular race. But the other fetishizings where you just kind of seeing them as like a sexual like object.
So you just use them and
yeah,
like,
basically
don't have like any intentions of like forming a relationship like
yeah, basically, yeah,
with a certain race.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think that makes sense.
Into racism.
Do you have a racial preference when dating?
I like my black men. That contrast of that skin color, to me, is very erotic.
Have you ever caught shit for your racial preference?
Yes. Oh yeah.
God damn! Talk about fetishizing.
Bro, like, did you see her eyes, bro?
She's like,
She got contrasted skin.
she was like possessed.
Oh my god, bro.
She looked possessed. She was like drooling over that shit.
She's pretty, SpongeBob.
I'm like, man, chill out, woman. Like,
bro, I go live. Like, she just sees like you. She'll probably jump at you or some shit.
Oh my god. Like,
sorry, same with Simon too.
She has that granny lust.
Have a racial preference when dating?
No.
I don't discriminate.
People think I do, but I don't.
I've never said I'll turn down someone because of their race.
I love all ethnicities. I think they're all fucking hot.
What's your ethnicity?
I am South Indian.
Do you date South Indians?
No.
He's capping. So he likes everyone except his own race. That's such bullshit.
Stop the cap.
But my god, I like met a lot of people like that though. They like everyone but their own race.
Bro, it's like the label that's traitors. Bro.
Yeah. I go like I like all types of flavors.
Oh yeah, I know you do.
I know I like all types of. But now I'm like actually sticking with the same flavor.
Yeah, no,
Colombiana. So like
yeah, a lot of people they go back to their like original flavors. They go back to like it's basically what they go back to what they're like used to seeing for like most of their life. So nah, it definitely makes sense.
I wonder if I'm doing.
Yeah.
A racial preference when dating?
I don't think that I do.
What might your dating history say?
Well, listen, there's like a lot of white people that I've hooked up with, so that tells a different story.
Do you have a racial preference when dating?
No, but like most of the people I've dated have been white.
White men.
Caucasian.
I do have a preference for blonde hair, blue-eyed, Tom Petty-ish features.
So yes, so you could just say yeah, but it still sounds bad for them to say that though.
I know it's like white people; they're scared to say they like other white people.
Yeah, I know. It's like yeah. The thing is, everyone else like kind of just like you like notice everyone else just openly says it because like no one's really gonna care. But for them, like they're scared to say it because like
I know, like say it with your chest.
Just be honest.
Like no one cares. Like say it with your chest.
I mean, it makes sense. Like no one's really surprised. Like
shit. Like no one's gonna tell me like who to like, who not to like. Like say that with your chest, man.
Yeah, you guys just like keep it a buck.
Exactly.
Like stop the cat.
The experience differ when dating outside of your race.
You have the opportunity to have different perspectives than you may have otherwise been having available to you.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, he actually does make a point because when you do like date someone from like it's like a different race, or it's like a different like culture than you, it does offer you up a different perspective, and you do like learn some new cool like shit. Like I'd like gone out with like a bunch of different types of girls, and like honestly, just from like going out with them, like I like kind of learned some new shit about their culture and like shit from their language and stuff. And like shit, I like will teach them some shit about like Colombian culture, Latino culture. I mean, like show them some Spanish too. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, like you just like kind of just broaden your horizons and like kind of like gives you a larger like perspective of the world.
Yeah, that's true. You do learn some things.
I also get new opportunities to try new food and maybe even travel to a new place. So like shit, like why not go for that?
Yeah, that's true.
Racial preferences when dating?
I do tend to date white men more, which is probably why all the relationships have been awful.
Why are you still dating white guys if they suck so much?
I think a part of me is like, I don't deserve men of color. Part of my family is really racist and like I don't want to expose them to that.
What? That's like weird as hell. What the hell was that? Like,
bro, she got she probably has some like KKK in her family.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, kind of like She kind of looks like she does. She looks like kind of those like
thick,
like one of those like
thick bone.
Alabama women.
Yeah, thick
like,
bone
Southern, yeah.
Alabama woman. I guess that does make sense. Like
There's a type of woman like that around like where like Simon's at right now.
Y'all not wrong, yo. I
for
see
the
a lot of
for all the
BBWs
audience
here,
out there,
so-
like that's Simon's type.
No. That's wrong. I would never.
Oh my gosh! But I think
Nah, my gonna like
think I
she'll
did-
have you fed good though.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Be
true.
cooking you meals all the time.
Oh my
She
God,
gonna
you're
eat my
crazy.
food. What you
But I
talking
feel
about?
like for people like that come from like racist families, I feel like I don't know. Like, is it me or like does it seem like they're like more curious to try out like people from different races?
I feel like they want to
She's
try
probably
it out,
scared
but they
to
won't
take
take
it
shit
serious.
serious.
I mean, that's
right?
probably
It's
like
just like,
part
yeah.
of her reasoning. She's
Yeah,
scared of it, but she doesn't really want to say she's scared. So she says, "Oh, I don't want to like. I don't
Uh-huh.
think I deserve them."
Like I don't know. I feel
So
like
that's why she's saying that.
like I feel like I don't know. Like you know how like some people like there's in such a compressed environment.
Yeah.
And like because they're in such a compressed environment, it's like they're more likely to try out like just like different things. Let's say if like I know there's some people like they're in a very compressed religious environment, and like when they grow older, I don't know, like they may not be
They get
religious.
rebellious.
I feel like the same thing may happen with people who grew up in like really like racist family, especially like in today's time where if your family may be racist, but then like you're wondering like, like why is it so bad to date other people from like different races? So I feel like you're more curious to date people from other races. So that's
Yeah.
just my theory.
Yeah, I mean, I see like that. I could see that happening, and I think for her kids, maybe she's kind of scared to do. She may like
Yeah.
be down to fuck around, but I think she's saying like, oh, they like I don't deserve them as like, because she don't want to say like, oh, she's like scared to like,
Yeah. And
to her family and shit to go to the next level, and like because to be honest, I'm not like, even though we're all like way out of her league, she wouldn't bring none of us back home to her folks.
No,
like
heck no. And man, I'm gonna put this out there. Like there's a bunch of black dudes out there that'll want a thick woman like her.
you actually do see that
like they'll like, line up for her. I promise you that.
They'll be cooking like good food and
Yeah.
shit, like to pay their bills.
Bro,
like,
they love women. They love white women like that. Not me, but
listen. It's not even that.
It's
As long
actually
as you
true.
have a
like
hole,
a lot of
there's
guys
a
might
guy
just
out
do it
there
because
for
they
you.
they
So it's
hungry.
like
if you're like if you're like thick and like there's guys out there that'll be waiting for you.
Like, the shit on audience, a lot of people like that type of thing. Like I ain't gonna lie, BBW is actually a pretty big like porn category too.
I
It's
know
like one of
they
the more popular ones.
They be liking that. Like I'm not into that, but yeah, you have a decent amount of people that are really into that. So yeah,
More cushion for the pushing. You know what I mean?
all right, that's enough glazing, man.
Have you always had preference?
No.
What changed?
I dated a white person.
What happened?
He called me a colored person, not person of color. Colored person. I'm not kidding.
Do you have any racial preferences when dating?
Anything but white.
White chicks, no offense, it's been a series of bad luck.
Anything other than white and blonde.
Why is that?
The super strong, important figures in my life that are male have always been of mixed descent.
I usually tend to date POC.
It has to be of color.
I probably prefer people of color.
I'm not gonna lie though, I feel like that's like the only group you're like kind of openly allowed to say like, oh, you don't like date and like no one's gonna clap back. It's like
yeah, that's true. Like
white girls or like white guys and shit. But to be honest though, like kind of just makes sense though, because like they're just kind of like societally in Western beauty standards, they're like put in like a pedestal and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of like considered what's like supposed to be like the norm in the terms of beauty standards. So I honestly get the resentment behind it too. So be like, fuck that shit. But like,
what if someone says I don't date black dudes or black women?
No, that's the same. But the thing is, it's like essentially the same thing, but it's just like the reaction you get, like it's like so much stronger because there's like different like ties to it. It's like it still is. It still is like the same thing. It's like this, but it's like there's a different connotations behind it. If you say, you know what I'm saying?
I know for me personally, like if someone says like I don't date black dudes, like I wouldn't care. Like I'll be fine with that.
I just wouldn't care because I like who likes me.
Yeah.
So it's like at the end of the day, like where my preferences come from, I like who likes me. Like like shit. Like if it's not like a lot of like white girls dating me or some shit, I don't really care. It's like I like who likes me type shit. Like
that's some
or like
stuff.
it's not a lot of like Asian or whatever like liking me. It's like it's fine. I like who likes me.
Yeah, that's some real stuff right there.
A lot of Asian girls.
Yeah, fuck.
Guess what? I don't like them too. So.
Yeah, shit. Like, so bring me my Latino, bring me my black woman, bring me like my like South Asian and Middle Eastern queens. Like, bring me everybody. But like, I know who usually likes me more.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, somebody might say they don't like someone. Bro, let's be real. In every race, it doesn't even matter. Like, so many people have different types and preferences. You're gonna find someone from every race.
You know
that
exactly.
likes
like,
someone from every.
There's always some. You know what I mean? There's gonna be some like person from each race who's like, oh, into who you'll be their type. So like,
yeah. Do you guys ever have like trouble where there's like a certain race that's just like not into you like whatsoever?
I mean, yeah, for me, it's like
okay.
For me, it's like
for me. I don't know.
It's like it's usually like Asians and like I guess like I guess like white American girls and shit.
Okay, yeah, it's like Asians.
Cool, because if it's like foreign white girls, it's like different though. Like from Europe, because they're usually like pretty cultured and speak multiple languages, and they're like they're like pretty more like they're more open minded. But I guess like here, like in the U.S., like North America, is a little different.
Yeah. Now Asians.
Also, Asians just don't really like anyone that's like
not
darker than them. Honestly,
I know, bro. It's like
because they like white guys. They don't like anyone who's darker than them.
It's like they damn near like despise black people. Bro.
Yeah,
bro, it'd be cold.
Because they're even like rude. Even Asians, they're like rude to like dark Asians too, like Filipinos or stuff. Or any Asian that has like a tan.
I know, bro. Like they be cold as hell.
Hey, like I the chat.
Y'all cool, bro.
No, I fuck with y'all, but it's like shit. I haven't had that much success in that community.
Like y'all show no love whatsoever, which is fine.
But if I was single, shit, like any of y'all could hit me up. But I'm not single, so fuck out of here. Hit up like Trey and Simon. Me, like, no, I'm off limits.
Racial preference when dating.
The only preference is I have a male breathing penis pulse.
What? What the hell was that?
What is that?
A male?
Mel, what posting?
Hey, yo, he wilding.
What? I mean, run that back.
Run it back.
Let's run that back, bro. What the fuck is
racial preference when dating?
The only preference is I have a male breathing penis pulse.
What?
I don't know what he's saying, but he sounds like a freak.
Yeah, he is a freak. You should say no Diddy after that.
Like saying that while wearing
no Diddy.
Saying that while wearing that goofy outfit, like bro. What the, I don't know what that man was saying.
No Diddy.
God, man.
Certain type of guy.
I don't like young guys. I like daddies.
I like my older women too. Like not like older, but like I like a couple years older to show some more maturity and shit. Like I fuck with that.
Yeah, she into
like
sugar daddies, man. Nothing.
Cougars, huh?
Cougars,
Well, do you like your sugar mama?
Man, hey man, don't try me like that. don't try me like that. Man.
So I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Anyway, I hope y'all love the video.
Like, comment your thoughts on the video. Like, subscribe. Stay tuned for more. Peace.